Hey guys, my name is Daisy.
My name is Danny, who's our special friend here.
So this is my friend Obsidian. Obsidian is a western rat snake. You can see his cute little face right there. If he is sticking his tongue out, that is him smelling, making himself aware of his surroundings. As right now we are currently in a brand new space, not just for him, but for us here as well at the Houston Zoo. This little guy is 4 years old, and he is a Texas native. As you can see, he's not super big. He weighs just over a pound. He is absolutely adorable. And like it's in his name, rat snake, his main diet is mice and rats. He is super, super adorable. I always like to say he has little googly eyes on him if you really stare at him. So these guys actually have a really cool relationship with farmers. A lot of people know them as chicken snakes. And the reason they know them as chicken snakes, they will go and they basically take care of all the pests. So they will eat the rats and the mice so they don't go into the chicken coop. They might steal an egg every once in a while. It's not their favorite meal. And then the chicken comes and sits on top of the eggs and on top of him and keeps him warm since he does prefer warmer spaces. If you notice, he kind of has his head sticking out and he is somewhat wrapped around my hands and my arms. So this guy does live in trees majority of the time. He's arboreal, so you might see him try and climb up. He's a really good climber. You see his tongue sticking out?
So, will I see these guys like around Houston, in my yard, in my garage?
Yes, so these guys are really common. Like I said, they are Texas natives. So if you live anywhere with a lot of trees, I know a lot of people from the woodlands tell me they see them, even down in Sugarland, up in Conroe. They will go into your backyard, they will climb in your trees, and if they are looking for warmth, they will go into your garage. But they are not venomous, so there's no need to be scared of these guys. And actually, when they're babies, they're teeny tiny, and a lot of people confuse them for garden snakes. Which, fun fact, garden snakes aren't actually a thing. It's just baby versions of these little guys.
So, if they're called rat snakes, do they only eat rats?
Not necessarily. It is their favorite food, at least for this guy right here. But they can eat small mammals, even small, maybe like a small squirrel would be the biggest thing they could eat. Mm-hmm.
So, does his pattern have something to do with where he lives? Like his color and stuff? Do they all look the same?
They can look a little different. There are rat snakes that are slightly lighter brown, or even some that have a red tongue. As you can see, this guy has a dark tongue, but most of the time it's for camouflage. So he does live in trees up on bark, so if you ever saw this guy in a tree, you probably wouldn't spot him unless you're really looking out for him. He would blend right in.
So, does he know you?
He doesn't know me personally. I like to think he does, but honestly he probably doesn't. He is just used to being handled. He is what we call an animal ambassador here at the Houston Zoo. So these guys we like to bring out for our guests and for you guys on Facebook every now and then, just so you can get to know our friends. A lot of people are scared of them, so I always use it as an opportunity to show people that they're not so scary. They're actually really good for our environment. I like to call them free pest control.
Can you see rat snakes while you're here at the Houston Zoo? And will Obsidian be there?
We do have an exhibit with rat snakes inside our reptile house. I believe there's 2 in there. Is it 2? Yes, there's 2 in there. But Obsidian will not be in there. He is a VIP, so he has a special place that he lives in behind the scenes at the Houston Zoo.
Let's just move over a little bit this way.
Yeah, we're walking around. If you guys see behind me, we're in a brand new space. I'm sure many of you guys have never seen it before. This is our brand new wildlife workshop. So we just opened up this space yesterday on Earth Day was our opening day. You can see all of our beautiful murals demonstrating different ways that you guys can help us save wildlife. And we have a couple of activities that you can do throughout the day if you come and visit us, and they will change seasonally depending on what species we're focusing on. Right here you're going to see some nest starters. So these guys, it's a little wire that you kind of twist and turn, and you put some cotton in there, sticks, recycled paper, anything natural essentially that birds can pick out and make nests out of instead of picking up trash. We help them out a little bit, make sure they have nice cozy cotton for them, make their own little bed. And that there is a lot of birds that you will see in your own backyard. I know here at the zoo we have a lot of blue jays and cardinals. The most common one is a big black bird called a grackle that sometimes may steal some snacks, but it's okay. We love them anyways. We also have some seed balls over here on the side. And now seed balls, we are partnered right now with Mercer Botanical Gardens. And the concept of this, you mix some dirt, some clay, and we put a little bit of seeds from wildflowers in there. And what you're looking at is the dried version of those seed balls, and then on your left is the seeds themselves. So there is a variety of wildflowers. I could not tell you all of them, it is a lot of them. But if you guys come in and help us make some seed balls, once they're dry, we send them out to Mercer Botanical Gardens. That's more north up in Houston, a little bit past Bush Airport. If you go in a couple of months, you'll be able to see all of your wildflowers growing in that garden. And right over here we have what we call window clings. So window clings are these little plastic films that you can put on your windows to prevent bird strikes. So a lot of bird strikes happen usually within the first 3 floors. A lot of people assume it's in high skyrise buildings, but since birds migrate at night, you will most likely see them swooping down, coming looking for food. So it's really important that you turn your lights off to prevent reflections, and even putting window clings to prevent it even more. You can see we have some friends right here making some window clings. A rainbow owl, I believe, is what it is. It's something super cute and super fun you can come out and do with your family, with your kids. And you can either take them home or you can leave them here with us to help us cover our windows as well.
So I noticed a lot of these activities are bird related. Will this space always be centered around bird saving actions?
At the moment, we are in our bird saving summer, we like to call it, but it is going to change seasonally. So in the fall, we are hoping to focus on monarchs, and as the seasons change, we're going to focus on a different species. So the activities are going to change depending on what species we're trying to save, we're focusing on.
Well, that's very fun. Do you have any ideas, or do you want to walk through one of the activities, how it's performed, how it helps the wildlife?
Sure, yeah, we can either keep looking at the window clings, or we can make a seed ball if you guys would like. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how you can make a seed ball. Can I hand him off to you really quick?
Yes, I'll take our friend Obsidian.
Alright, so like I said, this right here is a mixture. It's a pre-mixed soil and clay, and the clay essentially just helps it stick together. It's fairly easy to do. You can do it at home, or you can, like I said, come and do it here, help us out a little bit. So what we do, we get a little scoop of dirt. We like to put it on a tray just so it's a little easier to mix. You get some water, and I always like to describe it as if you are making a cookie dough or you are baking a cake. You got to make your batter, right? Mix it all up. Make sure it's nice and sticky, and your hands do have to get a little dirty, but it's okay. We have a sink right around the corner. I just put it in my hand, squeeze it really, really well, make sure it's sticking together. Might need a little more dirt. I think I put too much water in. There we go. I make a little ball. I stick my finger right in the middle, and then we have our seeds right here on the side. So I just get a little pinch of them. I like to put it right in the middle, and then I pinch to close, squeeze, maybe put a little bit more dirt if they're not fully covered. And there we go. We got a nice size seed ball that we just set on our tray to dry, with the rest of the seed balls that we have had guests help us make in the last couple of days. So we do have to make a couple of hundred of these. If you guys want to come on in and help us out, we would greatly appreciate it. You'd be helping us. You'd be helping Mercer Botanical Gardens and our birds.
Is this space open certain hours every day, and is it included with zoo visits?
Yes, so this is open, included with zoo admission. If you are a member, you are free to come in any day that you'd like. We are open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. every single day. But it looks like we are finishing up here. I have to go wash my hands, and I think Obsidian might need to go take a little nap. But thank you guys for joining us today, and we hope to see you here in the Wildlife Workshop at the Houston Zoo.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.